as Vatira coming across, trying to bring one deep into the zone. He'll get a piece of Oski, who hasn't had the offensive performance he'd like so far in this event. Only 3 goals, while his teammates Ato and Akronik both have 9 and 10 respectively. Oski falling way into his net. That's where he's going to have to make his presence felt, but he got caught on the ramp coming out, and Vatira will score.
Hello, Vatira. Great start here from Moist. Not a bad touch from Oski, but unfortunately you can see a little stop and go from Vatira. Just checks the ball up.
And just wait. Another pass across, then boy, there's just no downtime against Moist Esports. It's amazing that they've only scored an average of 2 goals a game in this tournament. But then you look at them defensively, and they are as stingy as anybody. This one gets through, though, and we'll get one through. I know you talk about a team's defense. They concede a goal. I'm telling you, we're cursed.
Oh, and it's not a pretty goal either. Rise just surprised that Joyo comes up completely empty on that ball incredibly effectively over on the offensive half, getting the ball in positions where they can take shots on target.
Ato right back where this came from, and Joyo tried to set up Rise. Point blank range, got this through, and Vatira comes in to clean it up.
I got worried there for a second. Vatira may not have the time with Joyo taking this one away or Rise taking it away from Joyo, excuse me, but thankfully nobody in position for Liquid. They all got beat by the challenge on the back wall. And Vatira.
This one up now, Akronik got in the way. What a recovery out of Akronik to at least keep Liquid alive here in the closing seconds. Ato over to Oski, off the backboard. It's gotta be Akronik, and Joyo sends it aside. Moist take a game off Liquid.
That's a little misplay from Vatira. Ends up going straight back to Joyo, but Liquid having to spend a lot of time regaining possession whenever they get one punched over their head in the midfield line.
Ato with Oski to his right. He'll fall in behind. Akronik is up ahead as well, and Joyo still in the way. Joyo defensively has been great, but he let things slip here. Oski will roll one home. His 4th goal of the Super 16 as things just break down with a little physicality.
Oh, and I think Rise just missed the demo.
Here goes Ato. Looking for the double, no. Oski there, and Rise just in his face. Trying to get one back in front, but Joyo's got it away, and he can follow this play up with Ato coming in. Oski on the weak side will score 2-0.
Gotta be in. Rise is the guy kind of hung out to dry here. He's trying to find some boost in his own half, and was really hoping that Joyo was going to be able to get that ball through the midfield line, or at least buy a little more time to get some boost. And unfortunately, absolutely demolished on that contest. Safe position defensively. Trying to get physical to break it up as Moist. And even still not enough. Ato, I think if that one had been on target, there we go. He will correct. They will get 3 down, and that's Moist just trying to press to see if they can make something happen and getting beat at the midfield line.
It's the 2nd goal of this affair for Ato as he continues to kind of terrorize Moist in this, in this split in general, but this series from his brother Faco, former player that I can't recall if he ever actually made it into the rival series. I know he was highly seeded a couple times and a favorite to make it, I think, once. I don't think he ever had he certainly never had quite the success that his brother's having now as he watches his brother give up a goal to Vatira. Gets Moist back into this here, and a great solo effort by Vatira.
Yeah, just really diving at it to see if he could make the play. Thankfully, a missed touch from Liquid gave Vatira the chance to actually get that flip.
Charge dies with just the 1 goal from Vatira as Liquid tie the series.
Whew, huge game for Liquid, but a close shave at that. Yeah, it's by 2, but a couple of opportunities quite dangerous there towards the end of the game. Moist.
We're seeing Ato go way up to the ceiling, try to make some desperation stops multiple times. Hasn't been caught out of position yet as Oski hit the crossbar. Ato missed well wide. Oski turns and scores.
Gotta wonder where everybody on Moist ran off to again. It's Rise all on his lonesome. I think he just didn't even know Ato was sitting right there in the midfield. I think he tried to catch that ball and then saw him out of the corner of his eye as he turned to actually face the ball and tried to recover and do what he could, but unfortunately just getting out.
Vatira will repel, but only temporarily. Here comes Akronik again. Gave up that midfield boost. Nobody's bothered to take it. Rise will get it on his way out. Can they spring him downfield? No. They had to make a save, and Joyo couldn't hang in the air long enough, and Oski's reign of terror continues.
Huge game for Oski here. Little floaters, huge setup from Akronik as well. Really taking it away from the defense, and Joyo going to be frustrated that he couldn't make that one. He had a pretty decent dismount, but unfortunately only had 3 boosts, so he had to take his best guess Unfortunately, with game 2, wouldn't be surprised to see him press, get 8-9 shots and nothing again, because on that goal line, Oski, an absolute menace, dumped into the middle, and he will get dunked through. A Chronic gonna collect the pass from a toe. There we go. So too many A's.
And a good pass that it was, too. Just let a Chronic run into this in stride. His momentum carries him through the challenge. We talk about maturity all the time, Achieves, when it comes to pro players and their mentality.
The side, yeah, it happens right there, but now how do you regain the ball? That's the problem. You can't. Really loving the Liquid defense here.
Atto jump in front. That's served up, though, for Rise. Joyo will tee off and get him back within 2.
Well, the physicality connects with the midfield line this time around, and Atto, no support. Oski having to dodge. The physicality coming through in the corner as well. Has to take a little bit of a delayed line back to the net and just push the ball out into the middle. Tons of space to shoot with.
For Moist Esports. Oski and a Chronic, though, not quite on the same page. This is that window that Moist need, and Oski slams it shut. My goodness. Solo effort
You
gets
got
him
a goal!
downfield. Atto will score. How about Oski? They don't have an answer for the kid.
Oh, Rise, that's a great fake challenge. And he collects the boost, but Oski plays it to perfection. Understood. Rise was coming in for the fake, just flipped to the corner, had the perfect timing, got the pinch pass out into the middle around the back line, and he is cruising.
Did almost everything right except get the ball, and then Vatira answers right back. And imagine had they not conceded a goal a moment ago. Still a 2-goal deficit now with 47 seconds.
First off, what a shot from Vatira. That is a disgusting angle. Second off, unlucky for Team Liquid there. A little bit of a backfire trying to get that ball moving onto the blue half. Just close this one out and you end up screwing over your teammate. Tough stuff.
But it's enough to perhaps put this away. 20 seconds still. Rise, moving forward. He's got Vatira, but he's also got Atto. Another aerial challenge up by the ceiling. Atto comes through. Playmaker, ball game.
Oh, you can see Vatira like, no, we lost the challenge, and just the desperate half flip and a prayer into the corner. And a Chronic, thank you very much. We know you can't reach over there. Great placement. Team Liquid coasting into game 5 shots compared to the 7 or 8 that they've gotten the previous 2 games. So really got to be scratching your head here if you're Moist. And the big answer why that's been going on, Oski, absolute menace right now.
Yeah, he's been
so. Moist got to be feeling at least like they're in a better spot than they have been the previous 2 games where they were down 2 fairly early. Rise with a chance, one-on-one, and Oski will deny. Joyo will collect. Unfortunate for Oski, the save tips off the inside of the post and goes right back into the mix. Huge first save, though.
Again, Oski got to be asking, can I get some help back here? You watch him driving in the net, you think there's absolutely no shot that he actually reads this, right? No, he sure did.
Moist, but they were ready this time. Unfortunately, that's a huge pinch back towards the middle, and Atto just going to float that one out towards the midfield line. Moist trying to figure out if they can extend here, but it does appear like they're not pressing super hard. Definitely. Oh, well, that's just unlucky. Fake challenge baits out a poor touch from Team Liquid, and Moist say thank you very much. We will extend here.
Atto coming in. Oski had jumped, and that just made it impossible to recover. Nope. Had there been somebody across the way, that would have been a great ball, but the Chronic was actually in behind him.
You can see Rise saying, come get it. You got a minute and a half to score two.
There goes a Chronic as he'll bully one through and gets Liquid on the board.
Oh, man. They're like, yeah, we'll come take the ball. And then the physicality, Atto forcing 2 members of Moist to get out of the way, and somehow a Chronic able to just jump, dip, dive, dodge, duck around everybody and take the ball.
Almost tied him and almost tied this game. Now Oski got around Rise.
Oh, he got
around Joyo. Got around Vatira. Triple decker. Oski comes through.
How in the world? I mean, again, the physicality out of the corner. Rise has got to be kicking himself for just not even hitting that ball. It felt like it was pretty simple, but maybe he got a little confused on Oski's approach and started overcompensating for a touch. But Oski more than happy to collect.
And Attel will sky one away. Not out of harm's way, though. Joyo had a look at it. So too does Vatira now. And he's got the tools to play with here.
Oh, my
Vatira's
God.
still in front, and Rise will score to tie the series.
Now that's just control from Vatira. Got the early flip reset and then was so focused on getting back behind the center of the ball. He knew if he could at least keep it close by somewhere in the middle, not let that ball get poked into the corner, there was a chance Moist could take it. Great.
Unsuccessfully, Chronic is there. So too is Joyo. Moist having to work incredibly hard defensively now as Atto denied by Joyo, and he also beat Oski. That leaves Rise open net 1-0.
Couple of stingy challenges from Joyo. Through one great recovery on the wall. You saw him actually cut to the right to get a little bit of extra height as he went into that challenge to make sure that he would have a decent line at it. And that little correction paid dividends, went straight over the top of the other guy too, and everybody on Liquid kind of scratching their heads.
Rise trying to break from the pack again. He's done so, and Vatira denied by Attel and Oski. Oh my goodness, it absolutely should be 2-0. Highway robbery keeps Liquid within reach until now. Rise will double it home.
You could see Atao sizing that one up over his shoulder. He was like, I don't think I have the time to go up the wall, so took his chances trying to read the bound.
Out. Rise bumped away by Atto. He's got a Chronic and Oski as options. Took his own number there, and that didn't work out at all. Oski demolished, and Atto was coming up, but that clever touch put that out of his reach. Back to Oski. Oski solo effort around Kami, and Oski gets him back within one.
That's a couple good ideas. Atto, nice little back pass to Oski, and this is all about how do you manage your boost. He only had about 50 when he caught that back pass, and it's all about that first touch. How much juice do you give it? Can you chase it down? More importantly, can you place it in the net? Yes to all three.
Oh, this pinch is wide. Vatira's there to make it a 2-goal game again. How about Vatira's instincts to catch up to this one?
Oh, devastating as well for a Chronic. His instincts are thinking, I mean, it might just pinch and go forward, maybe straight up, and he's kind of right.
10 seconds. Vatira in front. Demo on a Chronic. It is just about hopeless. Rise will pick it off, and that's going to do it for Game 5.
So kind of a shootout, but a one-sided one. 4 goals for Moist in Game 5, and a couple of big breakaway chances. Some challenges gone awry, and the beautiful show from Liquid all amounts to naught. Picked apart at the end. Rise, Joyo, and Vatira. Vengeance for the all amounts to naught. Picked apart at the end. Rise, Joyo, and Vatira. Vengeance for the perfect sweep in the previous matchup.
Yeah, so far, as Liquid opened up a 5-2 can in for the match that I think a lot of teams in the region are kind of waiting for between BDS and Endpoint. That follows immediately after this, as Atto will launch one downfield, try to get the defense napping. Chronic will finish the job.
You said catch the defense napping. They kind of caught Joyo thinking he had time to grab the midfield boost, and he knew instantly he had to head straight back to net. And to be fair, to his credit, Joyo was pretty close on that read, but he just didn't have enough in the tank to actually get all the way up there. He had to head straight back to net. And to be fair, to his credit, Joyo was pretty close on that read, but he just didn't have enough in the tank to actually get all the way up there. And they will be justly punished. So Liquid, the ones out in front, and a Chronic trying to find 2. He gets over the top of him again, and he'll jam it off the bar. There's Oski. It's 2-0 for Liquid.
Well, we can throw this stat out the window. Direct has given us another just amazing gem. In Europe and North America, teams that have perfect swept another team are 4-0 in the next series they play against them. Right now, it's Liquid after the perfect sweep of Moist earlier in this split. Trying to come back. 7. And oh my goodness, can we just queue up Champions Field already?
Oh my gosh, this is devastating. Oski just threw the car at it, skipped straight sideways, and the Chronic's like, cool, I went for boost. I'm in the midfield now. I'm ready. Well, we'll take that one. Oh no. Oski just threw the car at it, skipped straight sideways, and the Chronic's like, cool, I went for boost. I'm in the midfield now. I'm ready. Well, we'll take that one. Oh, no. I mean,
You know, it's low-hanging fruit with these two names, but yes, when it rains, it pours. And oh boy, well, here goes Rise. It's an open net. Is anybody going to play defense here today?
defense is a crutch. It's overrated. Throw everyone in the server at the ball and good things will happen. And that is Moist mentality at the moment. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But there is that does feed nicely into the very light silver lining to the very dark cloud of the 0-3 start in 30 seconds. You've now got 420 to go back and find 2, and that's make it 415 to find 1.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. This goes in.
Oh,
an
there's no
RLCS
boost.
match.
Oh,
Whoopsies.
Oski rotating through his corner.
But he will turn around, and we wondered, Chronic was kind of waiting to see, is he ever going to turn? He did, so Chronic peeled off the play. And now at the halfway mark, feels like it's been a whole week since we've seen a goal. Thank you, Rise. We're all tied up with half a game to go.
Oh, one of the rare opportunities in RLCS where you're down by 3 and you find the equalizer. Now to make things more interesting, you've still got half a game to go. You could have just not scored. You just go a little too hard, expect a little too much, and you get caught out of position, and they'd like to end it right here. Big fake, and it'll work out! Rise crisscrosses the defenders. The misdirection gets it done as Vatira gets his own pass and just smashes one off the floor with a big pinch to the left side of the net.
They all got caught on ball cam, like, all right, we're going to sit here and try to defend this. It didn't work for me in 2016. It's not going to work for them in 22. Here, without a Chronic, Oski, no, and a toe is not going to get there. And Moist Esports survives a scare in 6.
Liquid fought for it, but eventually the 0-second boost